I am your host this evening, Ironsides. Last time, Ram boarded a ship full of strangers. Tonight, he learns what he's protecting, and starts the long work of proving he's not the monster they see. Settle in, get yourself a snack, and prepare for breaking bread.
24 hours later, November 17th, 3136, Galactic Standard 770124.66.88, near Mars orbit.
Ram's quarters were small, warm, and aggressively cozy. The bunk was too short for him, Brumi-sized, obviously, but someone had added an extension pad at the foot. Recently added, from the look of it. Yenna's doing, probably. She must have paid more attention to his file than she had let on. Most species in the galaxy ran smaller, well under Ram's 2-meter frame. The walls were curved, soft-cornered, nothing sharp anywhere. A small viewport showed the distant light of Sol, and the huge blood-red orb of Mars hung to the right. There was a shelf for personal effects, and a closet that would fit maybe half his kit. It was the nicest room he'd had to himself in 30 years. He didn't unpack. Not yet. Unpacking meant staying. Staying meant comfortable. Comfortable meant dead. Instead, he did what he always did in a new environment. He learned it. He spent 2 hours, walking and re-walking the halls. It should have taken 20 minutes to walk the ship. The den wasn't a large ship, cargo hauler, 6 crew, maybe 8 if you squeezed. Ram was thorough. Ram was always thorough. 30 years of war had burned thorough into his bones until it wasn't a choice anymore, just reflex. He walked every corridor, checked every hatch, mapped sightlines, choke points, defensive positions, noted which doors locked, which didn't, which could be barricaded in an emergency. Counted the escape pods, 2, both aft. Located the emergency vacuum suits, 4, undersized by a 2-meter-tall human standards. Tested the internal comms from 6 different points. SatTac logged everything without comment, for once. The ship was soft. That was the only word for it. Soft corners, soft lighting, soft colors. Nothing built for combat. Nothing built for anything except comfort and cargo. The corridors were wide enough for 2 Brumi to pass without touching, which meant Ram's shoulders nearly brushed both walls. The lighting was warm, easy on the eyes, probably calibrated for species that hadn't evolved on a death world.
Defensive assessment. Hull integrity adequate for micrometeorites and minor impacts. Weapons systems none detected. Armor plating minimal. 180 millimeters of deridium won't hold up to sustained military fire. Point defense minimal. Navigational grade debris interdiction only, insufficient for combat application. Evasive capability minimal. This vessel relies primarily on avoidance and non-engagement for threat mitigation.
So if trouble finds them, Ram thought, they die.
Correct. That is the likely outcome.
He ended his security sweep at the armory. It was a single locker tucked between a supply closet and a linen storage compartment. The label read, Emergency Equipment in 3 languages. Inside, 1 fire extinguisher. Industrial grade, recently inspected. 2 tase lances. Non-lethal, short-range, charge indicators showing green. 1 fire axe. Red handle, bright blade, the most dangerous thing on the ship by a wide margin.
Unless you are counting yourself?
Stop it, he thought back. Stop scanning my thoughts.
You are a high alpha combatant with a substantial personal armory and augmentics. Why are we not running an assault team? Why are we running single security for a bulk freighter?
I'm retired, Ram replied internally. You have my discharge papers, digitally signed.
But this assignment is suboptimal for your capabilities.
Tactical mode. Record and analyze situation. Commentary not needed. Ram stood there for a long moment, looking at it. Text scrolled across his vision.
Armory inventory logged. Combat effectiveness negligible. Tase lances are non-lethal, effective range 3 meters, single target application. Fire axe is a tool, not a weapon, though it could theoretically inflict significant damage in close quarters. Fire extinguisher is a fire extinguisher. Recommendation: rely on personal loadout for any threat exceeding minor wildlife or unarmed individual.
Ram closed the locker. That's why they hired you, he reminded himself. You're the armory now. They're banking on you and humanity's reputation. It wasn't a comforting thought. The galley was on deck 2, port side, tucked into a curved alcove that caught the warmth from the ship's environmental systems. Ram paused at the entrance, old habits taking over, scanning the room, clocking exits, cataloging occupants.
4 crew members present: Captain Heddek, XO Yenna, pilot designation Rynn, cook designation Glim. Engineer Tila is not present. Dr. Galven is not present.
Thanks, but obvious, Ram thought, dismissing the readout.
Additionally, food preparation is ongoing. Olfactory analysis suggests proteins, carbohydrates, and several compounds I cannot identify. Recommend caution until human compatibility is confirmed.
Heddek gave him a short nod, acknowledgement, nothing more. The captain was seated at the head of a curved table that wrapped around the viewport, datapad in one paw, clearly working through a meal. Professional. Ram respected that. A cup of something hot and steaming in his other paw. Ram almost smiled, but held it. Don't show your teeth. But the scene somehow reminded him of his little sister's tea parties when they were children, with her stuffed toys arranged around a tiny table. He buried that thought before it could reach his face. Beside Heddek, Yenna looked up from her own meal and her whole face brightened.
Ram! Oh, there you are. Sit, sit. No, not there. That one wobbles, there. Glim's been at it all afternoon, and you're going to eat something if I have to. Well, just sit.
Yes, ma'am. Whatever you say.
Did he just call you old lady?
What? No, that's not what I meant.
Translator issues. Give it a few days. It'll sort itself out.
I've been called worse. Sit down, Ram. You're too thin. Are all humans this thin? You can't all be this thin.
Heddek set down his datapad. Tried to look stern. It was like watching a stuffed animal attempt to glare.
I read your file, Ram. The parts that weren't classified anyway. You were one of the humans who helped break the Vrex purge on Mars. 3 days, swarm assault, 6 survivors out of 200 humans against how many Vrex? 10,000 more? That was.
He trailed off, clearly uncomfortable with where the sentence was going. Ram said nothing. Let the silence do the work. He didn't like talking about the war, especially Mars. It had been bad work.
Anyway, you're here now. My crew is my responsibility. That includes you. Eat with us.
Heddek looked relieved to drop it and went back to his datapad. The third face at the table belonged to someone new, and she looked eager to join the conversation. Sivari. Female. Feathers and soft browns and warm golds that caught the light like burnished metal. Long, slender neck rising from narrow shoulders, almost regal. Large eyes the color of polished copper, sharp and intelligent. A slight beak, feathered crest. Vestigial wings folded against her back, too small for real flight, evolution having traded altitude for intelligence. Taloned fingers, longer than human, filed down and painted copper to match her eyes. The kind of face that stuck with you. He wasn't sure why.
Pilot Rynn, Sivari female, adult. Physiological indicators suggest elevated stress response, but she has not fled. Her species typically.
Later, Ram cut her off. Rynn's eyes met his. Held. Didn't waver.
So, you're the human.
Last time I checked.
Huh, interesting.
Her wings spread slightly. A dominance display. Had to be. Her feathers were still doing that involuntary ripple thing, betraying her nerves, but her voice stayed steady.
Thought you'd be bigger.
Ram blinked. That was new. She wasn't looking away, not cringing.
I mean, I've seen the hollows. War footage. Humans charging Vrex positions, that whole thing. Very impressive. Lots of fire and screaming. But you're what, 2 meters? I expected more. I don't know. More.
Sorry to disappoint.
Didn't say I was disappointed. Just making observations. Pilots have it. We notice things.
Like what? What else do you see?
Like that sidearm. That's not standard security hardware, is it? I've seen security guards. They carry stunners, maybe a light pistol if they're feeling dramatic. That thing on your hip looks like it could punch through a bulkhead.
She is correct. The Mark 19 is rated for.
I know what it's rated for, Ram thought, cutting her off again. I noticed things too. Her feathers hadn't stopped that nervous ripple. Her pupils were dilated. Her taloned fingers were gripping the edge of the table just a little too tight. She was scared of him. She just refused to act like it. Or was it the raptor ancestry? Is that excitement?
Possible adrenaline addiction.
Enough. Ram shut out Satak.
Good. Then you've noticed I'm not afraid of you.
She was trying. Harder than the others, he'd give her that. But Ram had spent 30 years reading fear across a dozen species. The bravado was a mask. A good one. But a mask.
I don't like passengers who cause turbulence. Anyway, welcome aboard. Try not to break anything.
Not a passenger. Security. So I won't make your job harder if you don't make mine harder. From the cooking area, a galley built into the port bulkhead. A new voice erupted.
Large! Ha! You think he's large? You should see the ones they grow on the heavy gravity colonies. I've seen hollows like walking mountains, I tell you. Mountains! With hair everywhere. Can you imagine? I can't imagine. I don't have hair.
They're not tall. It's the opposite, actually.
What? No, that can't be right.
Heavy G humans. They're short, stocky, dense. High gravity compresses you, doesn't stretch you out. The ones from the mining colonies barely come up to my chest. Built like boulders, though. And they're not hairy.
But the hollows, I saw them myself.
Furs. They were probably wearing furs, animal pelts. It gets cold on those stations. Heddek and Yenna both went very still.
Pelts? You mean animal skins?
Skins. From animals. We wear them for warmth sometimes. The two Brumi exchanged a look. Their fur rippled, not from cold. Is that a problem?
No. No, it's fine. Cultural differences. We don't.
We don't skin things, dear.
Ram filed that away for later. The speaker emerged from behind a prep counter, and Ram's brain immediately filed him under Newt. It wasn't accurate, wasn't fair. But the pattern matching was instant. Moodily. Amphibian species, vaguely humanoid, smooth moist skin in mottled greens and browns. Large eyes set wide on a flattened head. Prominent ears, pink and almost translucent, rising from the sides of his skull. A mouth that seemed too wide for the face. He looked exactly like the salamanders Ram used to catch in the creek behind his family's farm. Scaled up to 4 feet tall, and wearing an apron.
Glim. Ship's cook, chief morale officer, self-appointed, but no one's argued yet, and your new best friend. You're Ram, yes? The human? Wonderful, wonderful. Sit down. I've been preparing.
Preparing? Preparing for what?
For you. When Heddek told me we were getting a human, I did research. Extensive research. Hours. Your species is. I fed a lot of species, but you, everything. You eat everything. Cooked, raw, fermented, rotted.
He stopped, eyes going wide.
I read about something called cheese. Is it true you let milk spoil and then eat it? On purpose?
Yes? Is that strange?
Magnificent. Absolutely magnificent.
Glim's too wide mouth stretched into what was probably a smile.
Do you have any idea how challenging this crew is to feed? Heddek and Yenna, mostly pescatarian. Fish and plants, very little lamb protein. And everything has to be sweet or they make faces. This honey stuff, you know honey. From insects, they're obsessed.
Glim, let him breathe, would you?
Rynn needs fruits and grains, seeds, the occasional insect protein, if I can source it. I got these protein blocks from dirt, made from something called crickets. Not sure what a cricket is, but you all raise them for food, apparently.
More translator issues.
Skip it, Ram thought. I understood him.
And Tila, strictly herbivore. Her system can't handle animal proteins at all. She'd get sick, but she needs a lot of plant protein, so those peanut things you all grow? Amazing! And Galven.
Glim threw his hands up.
Galven doesn't eat food at all. He just sits under the radiation lamps in medbay and absorbs energy like some kind of whole.
I heard that, from the corridor no less.
A new voice, from the corridor, deeper, resonant, with an odd harmonic quality, like someone speaking through crystal. The speaker stepped into the galley, and Ram's threat assessment kicked into overdrive before he could stop it. Orith. Silicon-based quasi-humanoid. The crystalline features caught the light, faceted and strange. Glowing eyes settled on Ram with calm interest. Footsteps chimed softly against the deck.
Stone plant. You always say stone plant. It's not inaccurate, but I feel there are more dignified comparisons available.
Name one. Go ahead, I'll wait.
I prefer photosynthetic philosopher. It has gravitas.
The Orath moved to an empty seat, his crystalline body catching the warm galley light. He didn't sit so much as settle, like a geological formation finding its natural angle.
You must be Ram. I'm Galven, ship's doctor. I've been looking forward to meeting you. I have questions about human biology. Purely professional curiosity. You're the first human I've had the opportunity to examine up close. Your species is fascinating.
Fascinating seems to be the word of the day.
With good reason. I've read the medical literature, of course. But literature only tells you so much. The reality is always more interesting.
Galven's glowing eyes studied Ram with professional interest.
Speaking of which, I've sent you 3 messages about scheduling your intake examination. You haven't responded to any of them.
Been busy. Security sweep.
The security sweep that should have taken 20 minutes but somehow consumed your entire morning?
Ram said nothing. Galven's crystalline face didn't change. Couldn't change, really. But something in his voice softened.
I'm not here to ambush you, Ram, but I do need a baseline. Your augmentations, your healing factor, your everything. I can't treat what I don't understand. Soon, please.
Fine, fine. Tomorrow, I'll be there.
Tomorrow, I'll hold you to that.
Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. I had to requisition actual animal protein for this trip, you know. First time in 3 years. Heddek eats fish occasionally, but land meat? We never stock it. I had to find a supplier who could provide something that wouldn't poison you. Then I found out that you can literally digest just about any kind of protein. I mean, anything organic that is not toxic to carbon life. You can eat it. And even some things that are toxic you can handle. They drink alcohol for fun. That is a class 3 toxin on most worlds.
And they carry hydrochloric acid in their digestive system, concentrated enough to dissolve metal, a class 2 biohazard on most stations. They produce it naturally, constantly.
What? They have acid inside them?
Their stomachs. The acid breaks down food, including bone, cartilage, and most organic matter. If it touches unprotected tissue, it causes severe chemical burns. Humans contain this inside themselves, on purpose.
The table had gone quiet.
I find it fascinating.
I'll eat whatever you put in front of me. Not picky.
Not picky? He says he's not picky? Do you hear this? A human? A death worlder who isn't picky. This is a gift. A gift. Sit, sit. I'll bring you everything.
Food started appearing. Lots of it. Different colors, different textures, different smells. Glim watched him like a scientist observing a lab specimen.
Try that one. The purple one. That's Veth. Local delicacy. Very popular in this sector.
Ram tried it. Vaguely sweet, chewy texture. Hints of something that reminded him of chicken. Not bad. Good. It's good.
Good? Just good? Not interesting? Not unusual? Not? This reminds me of something from my homeworld? Just good?
It's good. I like it.
You're impossible. Try this one. The orange one. That's Krelak. Different flavor profile entirely.
Ram tried it. Spicier. Starchy. Like a potato had an argument with a pepper. Good. It's also good.
Oh, come on. Give me something to work with.
Ram caught himself, shoveling food. Old habit, military habit. Eat fast, you never know when the alarm sounds. He forced himself to slow down. Take smaller bites. Act civilized. These weren't fellow soldiers who understood. These were civilians, aliens, people who had never seen someone eat like they were afraid the food might be taken away. The purple stuff was good. Better than good. Ram reached for more.
Ha! You went back for the Veth. I knew it. I knew humans would like Veth.
It's good. I told you.
Good. He says good. I'm going to figure you out, human, if it takes me the entire voyage.
He won't give up. I've watched him spend 3 weeks trying to determine Rynn's optimal seed-to-fruit ratio. He takes his work seriously.
It's not just work. Food is important. Food is how we bond. Food is...
The galley hatch hissed open behind Ram. He didn't turn. His position gave him a view of the reflection in the viewport, but he saw who entered. Brown fur. Long ears. Huge eyes that swept the room and froze when they found him. Tila. The engineer stood in the doorway like a prey animal that had just realized it walked into a predator's den, which, Ram supposed, was exactly what she thought had happened.
Engineer Tila, heart rate 142 BPM and climbing, adrenal response significant. She is calculating whether to flee or proceed. Current odds favor.
Shut up, Ram thought, and cut off Sat-Tak. Ram didn't move, didn't turn, didn't do anything that might spook her. Yenna noticed the silence, followed Ram's eye line to the viewport reflection, and turned.
Tila, come in, come eat. Glim's outdone himself. He's trying to figure out what humans like. It's a whole production, but there's plenty of the good stuff too. The Beth came out perfect.
The Lepson's ears flattened, rose, flattened again.
I was just going to get something to take back to.
Oh, no you don't?
Yenna's tone shifted, full shipmama mode.
You've been hiding in that engine room all day. That's not healthy. You need to eat with people, actual people, at an actual table.
But I was just going to...
Sit. No arguments, dear.
Tila's eyes flicked to Ram, to the door, to Ram again. Ram kept eating, kept his posture relaxed, kept his attention on the purple stuff. I'm not looking at you, he thought. I'm not hunting you. You're safe. He repeated it like a mantra, tried to will her to relax through sheer force of non-threatening energy. A long moment passed. Then Tila moved, quick, darting, keeping as much distance from Ram as the galley allowed, and slid into a seat at the far end of the table, next to Rynn, as far from him as physically possible without leaving the room. It was something. A start.
Wonderful. Tila, perfect timing. You can help me. I need a control group. Ram's eating everything and saying it's all good, which is useless data.
It is good. I already said that.
That's not the point. I need specifics. Preferences. Rankings.
Glim set the new tray down, more food, different colors, and fixed Ram with a look that was probably stern.
You're going to be on this ship for months, possibly years. I refuse to spend that time guessing.
I told you, I'm not picky.
Everyone's picky about something. You just don't know it yet. Try this.
Ram tried it. Some kind of grain. Vaguely sweet. Texture like oatmeal. Good. Also good.
Impossible. You're impossible. One more. I made this special.
Glim reached under the counter and produced something wrapped in what looked like wax paper. He unwrapped it carefully, almost reverently. A small bar, golden brown, studded with what might have been nuts or seeds. Handmade. You could see the fingerprints in the edges where he'd pressed it into shape.
Brumi Confection. Yenna told me the recipe. Took me 6 batches to get it right. Honey, ground seeds, sweet syrup, I thought. Humans like sweet, yes? Everyone says humans like sweet.
Ram took it, bit into it. His face changed. His stomach clenched. And for a moment he was back on Mars, 3 days in, choking down emergency ration bars because that's all they had. Compressed nutrient blocks over-sweetened to mask the taste of cheap soy and lab-grown protein. The troops had rumors. Soylent Green jokes, speculation about what went into the protein mix. The truth was simpler and somehow worse. Just cheap, just bad. Artificial sweeteners and enough calories to keep you fighting while everything else tried to kill you. His stomach remembered before his brain did. No, I can't. First time he'd said anything but good. Glim's face fell. Actually fell. The wide mouth drooping, the big eyes going bigger.
No, but 6 batches.
Too sweet. I'm sorry, I can't.
It's my favorite recipe.
Ram felt like he'd kicked a puppy. 2 puppies. It's not the recipe. It's me. Bad memories. Ration bars on Mars tasted like that. Oversweetened. Cloying. Can't shake it. He hadn't meant to say that much, but Glim had made it special. 6 batches.
How do you get trauma from food?
Rynn's voice was light, almost scoffing. like it was a joke she didn't quite get.
How do you? How do you?
Glim spun on her, and for the first time his voice had an edge to it.
Food is the balm of the soul, Rynn. When you are cold, food warms you. When you are lonely, food brings you to the table with others. When you are hurt, when you are scared, when everything is falling apart, food is what you have. It's what you need. And bad food?
He jabbed a finger toward Ram.
Bad food, when you need comfort most, when you're already suffering, it makes everything worse. It tells you nobody cares enough to feed you properly. It tells you that you don't matter. That you're just fuel, just a body that needs calories to keep fighting.
The galley had gone quiet again. Glim's big eyes were fixed on Rynn, genuinely angry.
So yes, you can have trauma from food. You can have trauma from being treated like you don't deserve to be fed well when you needed it most. Don't ever joke about that in my galley.
Rynn's feathers had gone flat. She looked like she wanted to disappear into her chair.
Sorry. I didn't think...
Glim huffed, then turned back to Ram. His voice softened.
No artificial sweeteners, no cloying flavors, natural sugars only, and sparingly. This is good data. This I can work with.
Across the table, quiet and almost hidden, Tila made a sound. It took Ram a moment to identify it. She was laughing, barely. A tiny huff of air, quickly suppressed. Her ears were still flat, her body still tense, her eyes still tracking him like he might pounce at any moment. But she'd laughed. And it was a surprisingly sweet sound. Something Ram would like to hear again. He filed that away, kept eating. He looked at her soft face out of the corner of his eye and had to push down the need to smile at her. That small sound, barely a breath. But Ram filed it away like it mattered. Because out here, among aliens who see him as a nightmare, maybe it does. And that's where we'll leave them for now. If you made it this far, maybe give us a like, subscribe, and ring the bell. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Join us next time for the next chapter. I'm your host, Ironsides. Travel safe and have a good night. End of Episode 2, Breaking Bread.